dream of kicking back on a beach, sipping a cocktail, and knowing you're financially set long before the traditional retirement age? Imagine waking up without the alarm clock, traveling whenever you want, and living life on your own terms. Sounds incredible, right? Well, it's not just a fantasy. With the right saving strategy, you can make early retirement a reality. Many people believe they can determine their retirement requirements by deciding on a large number to target. People will say, if I can save $1 million, I'll be set for retirement. Is this truly the greatest strategy though? Let us dissect it. It goes beyond simply the overall balance in your bank account. Rather, it's about how much consistent income you can produce from that money in your account and other sources at retirement. For example, consider two distinct possibilities. Imagine someone depending on Social Security and pension for $5,000 a month, and another guy just has Social Security benefits totaling $1,500. Clearly, the second individual will have to save far more to keep up the same way of living as the first. Generally speaking, your pre-retirement income will become roughly 80% needed to maintain your quality of living. Therefore, if you currently make $100,000 annually, you might want to target $80,000 a year in retirement. Your lifestyle and plans will, however, affect this. Would you like to pick up expensive hobbies or tour the globe? Maybe more than 80% is needed. Perhaps you will need less if you intend to live simply. Talking to a financial counselor will always help you to customize these numbers to fit your own circumstance. Let us now review some actual cases. Let me introduce you to Jane. She has been dreaming of retiring and organizing vacations to save lives from financial concerns. Now Jane makes $120,000 a year. Hence, following the 80% rule, she will need roughly $96,000 yearly in retirement. Her pension and her Social Security brings $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year. She's lucky. She therefore needs her money to pay the remaining $60,000. Take Bob, who makes $50,000 a year now. Applying the same guideline, he will require roughly $40,000 a year in retirement. Social Security pays him $2,000 a month, which comes to $24,000 a year. He therefore just needs $16,000 from his savings annually. Consider your own fantasy about retiring. Your expenses will look like what? You wish to spend your time how? Will you still be paying a mortgage, or will it be paid off? Getting particular about your monthly spending is one of the finest ways to be ready for retirement. Making a sample retirement budget is a terrific approach to accomplish this. If you retire today, what would your budget show? Assume you live on $3,500 a month. Let's dissect it practically. First, give the basics some thoughts. You might set aside $200 for savings, $350 for charity, for utilities including trash, gas, water, electricity. You might set aside $125, about $700 insurance, including life, health, home, and auto, may consume a sizable share of your income. Medical bills could bring still another, say, $300. to your monthly spending. Still, another basic need is food. You might also allot $300 for groceries. Your internet expenses could be roughly $50 and your phone bill could be $100. Remember clothes, which may cost, say, $50 a month out of your budget also. Another essential is transportation. You might spend $200 on gasoline for your car, like dining out, movies, and concerts. Entertainment may also run into another $200. One also sensible thing to consider is future large purchases. For a new automobile and travel expenses, you could choose to set aside $200 a month. Another $100 might be for gifts for relatives and friends. Then also setting up like $100 a month for home and car repairs is a wise idea, since these are unanticipated costs. Extra $200 and $125 for hobbies and extras, respectively. Note that this sample budget excludes a mortgage payment. Before you retire, ideally you want to pay off your mortgage and any other debts. Debt can drastically throw off retirement plans by draining your monthly income and faster than projected depletion of your savings. The $700 set aside for insurance reminds me that your budget will vary with age. As your needs change, you might add long-term care insurance while dropping life insurance. Early years of retirement could find you wanting more travel, which can raise your costs. You might want to stay nearer to home as you become older, which would cut your travel expenses. Another area where charges vary is medical ones. Your expenses might be less in the early years, but as you get older, you could require more medical attention. One should be planning for these developments. One also ought to take inflation into great thought. Usually, basics like groceries and gas are more costly with time. To keep the same lifestyle, the budget you draft now will need changes in 10, 15, or even 20 years. Making a stimulated retirement budget will help you to clearly see your possible future financial situation. It clarifies your monthly expenditure and the amount you will need to save. This proactive strategy guarantees your readiness for a comfortable retirement and helps you to properly plan. So spend some time sitting down and designing your own fictitious budget. Consider your present spending and how things might be in retirement. Inquire of yourself things like, what will I need to live comfortably? And how can I change my budget as I age? Have you tested any websites or any budgeting apps? Quite useful tools are Mint, YNAB, which means you need a budget, or retirement calculators available on sites like Vanguard and Fidelity. They will enable you to keep on a target with your goals and offer a comprehensive picture of your money. Making plans for an early retirement is much like getting ready for a long road trip. While knowing your destination is absolutely important, equally vital is knowing your starting position. It's difficult to plot the road to your retirement objectives without knowing exactly where you now stand financially. Should you be unsure about your financial situation, Ramsey's 7 Baby Steps provides a great manual. See this as your financial roadmaps GPS. Knowing whatever phase you are in can help you to realize just what your following action ought to be. Here's a quick rundown of the baby steps. Baby step 1, save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. Step 2, pay off all debts except your house using the debt snowball method. Step 3, save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Step 4, invest 15% of your household income in retirement. Step 5, save for your children's college fund. Step 6, pay off your home early. Step 7, build wealth and give generously. Whatever baby steps you are on, there are several ways to close the distance between your early retirement goals and present circumstance. Let's discuss some doable steps you might take. First, think about early home mortgage payoff. The National Study of Millionaires found that it takes millionaires roughly 10.2 years on average to pay off their residence. What then? Eliminating your mortgage will help you to travel far faster towards financial freedom. If you instead put your mortgage payments into retirement investing, just consider the advancement you could make. Consider then cutting your retirement budget. This implies changing your way of life to fit less than you first intended each month. Maybe you choose to reduce expensive interests or travel less to far-off places. Should your main objective be early retirement, these sacrifices could be quite valuable. Every dollar saved might be an additional dollar you invest for your future. Working a second job is another smart tactic. Assume you land a part-time job paying an extra $1,000 a month after month, year after year. Regular investing of this extra money in growth stock mutual fund will significantly increase your retirement net egg. Over time, this consistent investment can accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars, helping you to approach your ideal early retirement. You might remain involved with your development as you negotiate these stages. Inquire of yourself things such as, am I on track to reach my retirement goals? Then, what can I change to help my financial situation? Maintaining close financial control guarantees that you are continually headed forward. It's suitable to invest 15% of your salary for retirement if you have a fully loaded emergency fund that is enough to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses and are debt-free except for your residence. If you are looking for an early retirement, though, you must go above and invest every extra dollar you can. The drawback is that should you be saving for retirement using tax advantage accounts such as 401k or Roth IRA, you cannot access that money until you are 59 years and a half without paying significant penalties. So what then is a fix? Now let us introduce the bridge account. Early retirement and the age at which you may withdraw penalty-free from your retirement account can be spanned using a bridge account. This is where your best buddy is a brokerage account, sometimes referred to as the taxable investment account. Unlike conventional retirement funds or Roth IRAs, brokerage accounts lack tax advantages, including tax-free growth or tax-deferred contributions. Rather, any earnings from sold investments are taxed as capital gains in the year you sell them in. Additionally, taxes will be dividend from your assets. For early retirement planning, nevertheless, brokerage accounts provide two amazing advantages. First of all, you can contribute as much or as little as you choose since there are no contribution restrictions. Second, you are free to take money at any moment without thinking about fines. Perfect for a bridge account, this adaptability makes them ideal. What then should you make investments in? Inside your bridge account, we advise low turnover mutual funds like an S&P 500 index fund. Low turnover indicates fewer trades, which usually translates into reduced expenses and less capital gains tax transferred onto you. With a consistent flow of rental income, real estate can be a good road towards early retirement. This approach, however, is not for everyone and calls for thorough preparation and respect for some basic guidelines. First, think about real estate investing just once your house has been paid for. Having finished baby step 6, you now own nothing and have an emergency fund spanning 3 to 6 months of living. You should also be funding a minimum of 15% of your salary into Roth IRAs or 401ks. Second, never accept to always pay investment homes with cash. Avoiding debt lets you keep all gains instead of paying a loan and interest, therefore greatly lowering your risk. This strategy guarantees your financial future and speeds up your income generating process. Finally, steer the real estate market not by yourself. Get a competent real estate agent who can assist you in landing the greatest offers since they are familiar with the location. This is a significant investment, hence it is imperative to have a qualified expert at your side. Consider this: how hard are you ready to work today to allow early retirement? Many people find themselves caught here. Though they dream of early retirement, they are not ready to make the required sacrifices or commit to the work. Recall that nothing worthwhile comes without a cost. To retire early, you spend time, money, sacrifices, as well as sweat. If your family spends $5,000 on a normal vacation, why not cut that in half and invest the other $2,500? Alternatively, if you could cut your groceries allotment by $100 a month, you would have an additional $1,200 annually for your investments. You might also find savings in several other areas. Consider your expenditure on clothes, entertainment, cable, or satellite, dining out, gym membership, particularly if you are not utilizing them, and subscription services such as magazines, streaming movies, audiobooks. If you eliminate just $15 from every one of these areas, consider how much money you might save for retirement. $1,080 a year or $90 a month. Suppose you double it and cut $30 from every category. The savings will still be rather more significant. Though little at first, this adjustment soon add up. You decide whether early retirement is possible. All of it rests with you. Your retirement savings will be much increased by wise, deliberate cuts to your spending. Give your budget some thought right now. You can cut the fat where? Of what cost could you cut out or minimize? Every small action advances your early retirement target one step closer. What then are you ready to give up in order for early retirement? Leave a comment below with your ideas and plans. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and view other videos for additional ideas on reaching financial freedom. Your road to an early retirement begins now and depends mostly on the decisions you make right now. So that was all the time we had today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to watch more of our amazing content. See you all next time.